That's in the lab.
So please have some respect for God. For those of us who are still chewing gum, it will be appreciated if we remind you that we are inside the church. Please have some respect for God. For camera living, please pick a position and remain there. During the reading, and during the Eucharistic celebration. Movements during the reading and these occasions I mentioned will not be encouraged. Please, thank you.
From the book of Genesis, chapter 2, from verse 18 to 24. The Lord said, "It is not good that the man should be alone. I will make him a helper fit for him." Out of the ground, the Lord centralized and every bird of the earth. And God said, to see what he would call them. And whatever man called every living creature, that was his name. The man gave names to all cattle, and to the birds of the air, and to every beast of the field. But for the man, there was not found a helper fit for him. So the Lord poured a seed upon the man, and while he slept, took one of his wings and put upon his breast with flesh. And the wind which the Lord had taken from the man remained with the man, and the Lord asked the man. Then the man said, "Woman, because she was taken out of man. Therefore, a man leaves his father and his mother and cleaves his wife, and they become one flesh." The word of the Lord. Taste and see that the Lord is good. Taste and see that the Lord is good.
his body, and is himself his Savior. As the church is subject to Christ, so men might also be subject to everything to their husbands. Husbands, love your wives as Christ loved the church and gave himself up for her, that he might sanctify her, and he cleanse her as the washing of water with the word, that he might present the church to himself in splendor, without spot or wrinkle or any such thing, that she might be holy and without blemish. Even so, husbands should love their wives and their own bodies. He who loves his wife loves himself. For no man ever hates his own flesh, but nourishes and cherishes it, as Christ does the church, because we are members of his body. For this reason, a man shall leave his wife and mother, his father and mother, and be joined to his wife, and the two shall become one flesh. This is a great mystery, and I mean in reference to life and church. However, let each one of you love his wife as himself, and let the wife see that she respects her husband. The word of the Lord.
So when you give Derrick, Derrick will let us hear about the Lord, and you want to be comfortable or satisfied with any other thing that has created the world. He created the rest of one man. This is our prayer. When we are if you didn't know it, if you were not a father for you, you have never done that. Looking at everything God has created, after giving names to all things, and that creation in desire of every thing God Cynthia, that God wants to give you that to be grateful for whom He has given you through Christ our Lord. So that which He has given you in trust, Derrick, do not disappoint them. And the more you come closer to your heart, the more the words and intentions of St. Paul and someone will make meaning to her. That is when you can't compulsion, you can't reminder. Cynthia will necessarily remind herself that the more I am subject to you, the more I am privileged to receive more of your love. Being subject to the blessing law is not the best thing you can do. Because the person will see that you have surrendered everything about you in love. And if such a person is wise, and if such a person is wise, any man that the woman, the wife, submits to him in love, it is not a sign of weakness, neither is it a sign of timidity, but a sign of trust and love. So the more Derrick tries to protect you, Cynthia, the more you should remind him in action that you are willing and able and will subject to you. So Paul said, as Christ gave himself to the church, so you Derrick should be willing. So you, Cynthia, should be willing to give yourselves to each other. Let's enjoy our gospel reading today. Ground everything and reminded us, as the Father has loved me, so have I loved you. Abide in my love. The love that we want to share with one another is a love you cannot generate on your own. And that is why you have come to the altar of grace to ask the God of love to strengthen your union. You have come to ask Him, who told His disciples, no greater love can anyone show that will lay down their life for the one they love. And on the cross, He laid down His life for you and for me. And that is what He expects for both of you henceforth. Be willing to lay down your lives for each other. Be willing to share everything with each other. Be willing to put every other persons in their proper places henceforth for the good of each other. You are starting a role today, officially, in the eyes of the church. Make your role what you desire of it. Your parents, in different ways, all through the years, would have showed you and taught you that yes, it is possible to love your wife, to love your husband unconditionally. Even when you still not understand why your father will keep quiet at certain occasions, there are so many things that is done for the sake of love. And if at any time anyone should tell either of you, why are you doing MU? You know what MU is? No, if you don't understand the problem, as long as Derrick understands, I am 35 or 36 and the case. So if anybody tells you you are doing MU because of this man, because of this woman, let them thank you. Let them thank you. You are willing to do it over and over again for the sake of the one you love. And I bet you, if that person is wise, the person will make every effort, not just to reciprocate, but to multiply it. Because Paul says, if you have to boast, let your boast be about love towards each other. Do not let the world poison your heart or your mind about your future. Your future is what God has revealed to you. He said in the gospel reading today, if you keep my commandments, you will abide in my love, just as I have kept my Father's commandments and abide in His love. These things I have spoken to you, that my joy may be in you, and that your joy may be full. That is God's promise for your future together. Keep God's commandments. Love God. Love yourselves. And do what is right. When you try to love God and love yourselves, that love will flow from you to all those who encounter you. And of course you know, God is never tired of loving His children. So you will never be tired of loving you. No matter who your best friend before now might have been, henceforth, it is expected that your best friend as a bestie must be first and foremost your husband or your wife. In fact, I know across a little post this morning of someone who called a man who was preparing to get married and did not know that a witch. And the man decided to put it on speaker. And the man said, oh, wonderful. And the man said, I don't understand. He said, me myself, I am a wizard. So it has been long I've been looking for the right companion of everything in the balance. Everything in the balance. The next thing was, yeah, the next thing was, yeah, and the woman has ended in the call. So that the wife was working it. You spend it mathematically and horizontally just to confuse your wife. But fortunately or unfortunately, the more wise parents Cynthia are becoming, the wiser, or if I will use the word, the wisest that the children are becoming. Don't ever make a mistake. Once, just once. They don't need 2 times nowadays. Only once they will plan your movement and be opening your phone for you. Especially if there is a beautiful game for them there. So the more you are loving it, the more the children are helping you to decode it. As much as I will not encourage any man or any woman to make her priority or his business on checking every call that comes into your spouse's phone, I will still ask, why are you afraid if your wife or your husband should make a call? Why are you afraid? But you, the man that is interested in checking every text message when he's sleeping, and you are raising his eyes to check for the face recognition, doing pity without prayer or Bible or rosary, so that you can check every message. I wish you well. When you see what you are looking for, I hope you have the shock absorber. Because sometimes you need what you should face. And your other account is not pursuing you. When I went about African magic, after the man had pretended for too long, I saw the woman struggling. He got up, opened it, he gave it to her, and went back to sleep. And the woman was looking at herself and she looked at the phone again. She kept it and went to hold the man. Because the man saw all the effort, raising his eyes and everything. I want to be today. Several you want to take, not to come back for me. And I can say, you want to go to the food. You can actually be in a better place. If first and foremost, both of you see the need to intensify your friendship. If you make your wife your best friend, she knows your itinerary. She'll be the one to defend you in and out of season, even when she's not sure, and wait for you to come back. After. Do not be ashamed. Please let her know. Confirm that she is aware. Presumption is very dangerous. I thought things go wrong after that speech. We can't not begin. I really what I find out of you basic and say that he shows will make your marriage, your union, your family a hope in the moment. And in the grace of God continue to unite you through Christ our Lord. For the families and friends who are there, and for them, we thank you. For our nations and the families, we pray that men and women will continue to see this, to pray with and for your children through Christ our Lord. Now we have two requests to make of you. Family and friends who are all gathered here today. Please, when Cynthia will come to you and tell you and look at the things he's doing gave me. I don't know what to do. I'm tired. I want to check out. So I'm to you and to your consciences. When you come and visit, please after your visit, go home.